Okay, greetings. We are playing Magic Realm. So my favorite board game of all time, Magic Realm, and we have a four-player game here, and we are playing with the oops, that's not a good the Amazon. Amazon is mobile. She is a did I not get you know what I needed? I didn't set up whatchamacallit. Well, that stinks, but we can set her up pretty easily. I screwed up the setup slightly. So here we are. She needs a breastplate, a helmet, and a shield, and she needs a crappy sword. What is the crappiest sword we got there? The short sword. There we go. She needs that gear. And so the Amazon is pretty mobile. She is a decent fighter, but a little limited in sort of what her um, what she can deal with. Oh god, and I'm missing. Oh, there it is. The chip doesn't come over quickly. Okay, so she gets an extra move phase a day, and as you can see, her quests that we drew are Rescue, Ghost Hunter, and Weapon Master. Weapon Master is a particular interest with her. It gives her another chit to play, and it's a good. It is better than all her chits. A Fight M3 would actually be better than anything she has. So she is very interested in trying to complete that quest. For sure. Rescue is going to depend on creatures that she meets, and frankly, it might be the ghosts. She might just call it for the ghosts and run up there, try to kill a couple, and then go in here. She has effectively 4 points in these two hexes potentially. So we will see. So that's the Amazon. Second character is the Swordsman. The Swordsman gets a thrusting sword. The Swordsman is he is sort of our scoundrel here. He is friends with the rogues and will probably utilize them as best he can. He's a very light fighter, not able to take on quite as much, even less than the Amazon actually, but he can get away from anything on the board and will use that to sort of dance around the magic realm and have his way. So I think we might go it alone for a bit, see what's what around these first few hexes, and then make a decision whether we need to hire some boys to back us up. His quests are plant flag. Now, unfortunately, that popped way down here. And so, as you can see, he's going to have to make the trek pretty much up and around, all the way down through the mountain into the cavern. So that might be one that he drops. If he could get that in the first, I don't even know if he can get there in 7 days. If he could get there in the first week and plant that flag quick, I don't think that's even a thing. Because even once he gets to here, he's talking 1 days, 2 days just to get in. Now, the one benefit he has is take cover, and take cover allows him to instantly hide, be hidden. That's a card that he drew. That's a big deal, and that's going to largely let him move with impunity through the realm for the first until he burns that card up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 days. 3 days. 4 days. 5 days. 6 days. 7 days. So the best he could do, if he just gets lucky, he can get there probably day 8. Now, if he gets there day 8, then that gives him 3, a victory point and then 3 rewards. So I mean, but that's a lot of moving and not doing anything else. So I don't know how I feel about that. And he does have merchant, and merchant is a really nice, easy buy an item at a dwelling, sell that same item at another dwelling, and they're going to buy it for twice your purchase price. It's a guaranteed profit, and you're going to get a victory point for that. So obviously, we're at the Rogues. He can buy something there. There's not a ton of other great dwellings for him to go to. The guards out of the way, the chapel's out of the way, the soldiers out, everybody's out of the way. This is a very spread out board as far as that goes. So we'll have to see. I like the cards that he got, but I'm a little worried about the board position right now. The White Knight starts over here. The White Knight is a big, heavy fighter with heavy armor. He can kill most anything on the board in terms of just sheer power, but his problem is he's slow and he tires quickly. Lots of little things are going to hurt him. He wants to fight big old nasty dragons, and he wants to fight them with as much advantage as he can. And his first goal, of course, is to get the Morning Star at his temple here, and then go from there. He has Take Cover, Spider Slayer, and Cache of the Lost Castle. Spiders are easy for him if he can, get the drop on them. Take Cover, again, allows him to move with impunity. I think I'm keeping the card. I had to sort of keep those cards because I turned cards in for him. That was the only person I did. The Witch. So the Witch is going with what I consider to be a fairly standard. So she's going to go with an Absorb Essence strategy here. So she's going to find the biggest, baddest monster she can, absorb its essence, and become it. She has Remedy, so she can actually break that spell, which is sort of cool. And she has Torchbearer, and Torchbearer is going to allow her to move through caves pretty easily. So I think her goal is to get her familiar down here and here. Oh, she has an archaeological dig in Ruins 4, I believe. So let's get one of her chips here. We'll grab a chip, we'll flip it, and put it in Ruin 4. So she's going to get her familiar here and here to try to check these two out. And she's looking for trolls. She's looking for where the Tremendous Flying Dragon, which is the S tier. So that's this guy in the Horde. She's looking for the Horde. She's looking for the Vault, that kind of thing, to play off her essence, absorb essence strategy. In the meantime, she is looking to become a thief. She doesn't like the Order. She doesn't like the Lancers. So I think she comes here and then here, and this is 2 possible points. And she also has Explore the Borderland, which is another 2 points. So again, in these 3 tiles, that's 4 points potentially for her. So I think everybody's sort of settled, and we are ready for by the way, the events are the Monastery and the Hermit. First person to get there and discover the Hermit or just enter the monastery gets a point. And then a spider bounty. Every spider, if you kill a spider this in the first 2 weeks, you're going to get a victory point, and you can turn in a trophy also. So big VPs and big gold there. And the knight has Spider Slayer, so it sort of doubles for him. That's it. Let's do day 1. So for day 1, we're going to write down our moves. And Amazon is first. I think she goes 1, 2. So I think she's going to do exactly what I said. She's going to investigate rescue. She gets a random native group, and that guy is going to become, so 1d6 plus 2, it is 6, the wood folk. So a random wood folk is going to become, well, not random, but the top level wood folk is going to be here, and he is going to need rescued. So let's put the rescue counter out here. So there is a rescue. It is him with the ghost. So she's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then she gets to hide. So she's going to hide and then deep woods, hide, and then move into deep woods. I think 5. And this is using her special movement power here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so she can get there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So in 2 days, she can go kill those guys. Now, these guys aren't awesome, great for her. They can be a tiny bit dangerous with 2 of them, but she's gonna try to get the 2 points and the buddy. All right. Second, the swordsman. So the swordsman is gonna start with a trade phase for sure. He even has barter, so he rolls a single die to trade. So he's gonna do that. See what they have, and then we do have to find him someone that doesn't just outright hate him. Rogue Company and Warlock are his buddies. He has to sell the thing at another dwelling. So I think we trade. Let's trade twice. And then, oops, keep doing that. And then 1. Well, if we trade twice, we can't hide it. Well, you know what? We have the ability to do. We don't actually have to hide. We can use take cover. We do. What is the other dwelling, I suppose, is the question. Maybe the order? The order is the easiest to get to. Or the guard. Both of those are fairly easy to make your way to. We're gonna do so maybe dumb, but 3 phases, then we're gonna move and stay in the valley. Sort of an easy enough day. We don't have to kill anything. Like he doesn't have a kill quest at all. We're just gonna try to buy something with merchant, and then the rest of the days we'll make our move. The White Knight. The White Knight, the way we are doing it here, we have to trade 4 times. Our goal is to, and we do have 10 gold, so keep that in mind. Everybody has 10 gold to start. Like that, right? Um, so the White Knight's going to trade 4 times with the goal of getting his Morning Star, and he needs a reasonably good roll to do that. So we're going to take that time. The Witch has a couple things going. She's got to move her familiar. Her familiar is going to go 1, 2, and then Peer. And then the Witch herself is going to hide and then move into the borderland. And there you go. And I think that's it. We roll monsters now. It's a 3. So there's ogres, wolves, goblins, and octopus. That's actually, I mean, so we'll see what's what. Okay. So first thing is first. I think the swordsman will go because he gets to choose when he can go. So he's going to go first. And he is going to, what is he? He's number 2. He's going to trade 3 times with the rogues. So rogues first. And I want to see what they have over here. They have Gripping Dust and the Withered Claw. Both of these are terrible treasures. If anything, at this point, you'd go and try to get a horse out of the deal. I mean, if you're really... But he's looking to sell this thing. So I'm going to take Gripping Dust, and we're going to roll on that. So we roll on the meeting. We are friendly with these guys. But we only have to roll a single die. So let's do it. And we get a 1, so an opportunity. So roll again, or find your result on the ally table. So if we roll on the ally table, we're going to get one of these options. We could take price times 2. We're going to roll on the ally table because we actually don't want price times 2. I'd like price times 4. I don't want that either because we're not going to be able to manage that. So let's take... So we play with the alternate rule that you can take price times 2. Ugh. I mean, it is what it is. Let's take price times 2. So that's going to be 6. So we bought Gripping Dust, Grip Dust. We bought Gripping Dust at 6. So that means we're going to sell Gripping Dust to another group at 12. Potentially. So those are our trades done, and then we move into the valley. And we are done. White Knight's turn. The White Knight also needs to trade. He is friendly with his guys. And he does subtract 1. The Morning Star is 8, I believe. We're trying to get a price. So yeah, so let's see. So the order, he's looking for the Morning Star at 8. But he is going to look. He does get to look and see what they have. The Draught of Speed and the Ancient Telescope, he is fine with those. He's looking for the Morning Star at 8. He would like... And so what he's going to do is he's going to trade his Greatsword at 10 to get that. So he effectively has 20 gold. He needs price times 2. He is friendly with these guys. So he gets 4 trade rolls, and he's looking for a 4, 3, 2, or 1. So that's a 4 price times 3 doesn't cut it because that's 24 bucks he has to pay. So that's 1 trade phase. 2. So there you go. So he gets a 3. He subtracts 1 from each of those because he's the White Knight. He's honorable. Price times 2. So that's 16 bucks. He's going to trade his sword in for 10. And that means he's going to buy this guy for 6. And that's it. That's what he does. So I'm going to take a Morning Star here. One, 2, 3, and 4 like that. And we're going to put the sword on top of... And he needs... Oops, I do need to get his stuff. Good point. He has a Greatsword and a suit of armor. So the suit of armor he'll put on, but the Greatsword is going to go back to his buddies here at the Order. And that's his 4 trades. Does anybody appear? Yes, the patrol appears at the chapel on a roll of a 3. And so we got the patrol. So he'll have to roll at the end of the day so the witch, she's going to send her familiar out. The familiar is going to move to and then going to do peer. So let's take a quick look at the search tables. So here is the peer table. And we're looking for Oh, well, 1, 2, you'll have to go 3 and then peer once. She's looking for clues and paths, effectively. So 1, 2, or a 3 on this, and she can find the path. She does not. So the kitty cat goes there. The witch goes 1, 2, 3, and she will have hidden. Let's see if she can roll to hide. We don't want a 6, and we don't have a 6. So she hides there. And so now we flip these bad boys over. We get smoke and roar in 4. Roar in 4 could be a troll. Smoke is dragons. Neither of those is going to appear on a roll of 3. And so that's good. So I think, oh, and I'm supposed to do the Amazon first. That's my fault. So the Amazon goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and she hides. Everything but a 6 is a success. She does hide. Flips that over. We flip over and we get Ruins and Howl 5. Howl 5 is going to bring something, potentially. And Ruins is going to bring bats on a 6. Howl only brings in a cave. The Deep Woods is a mountain tile for purposes of monsters. So nothing appears. And that's it. And that's the end of day 1. One, two, three, 4. So the Amazon would like to hide and then move 1, 2, 3, 4. The Amazon's going to hide, and then she's going to move into the valley. And hopefully that's going to draw the ghosts, and she can perpetuate. She can do her rescue at that point. Our swordsman. So where the heck is the swordsman? So the swordsman's here, and he would like to get A, to another dwelling, or B, down to his flag. So let's say that the dwelling that he goes to, who is he? He just needs to find someone who's doesn't hate him. The patrol is the only one that hates him. So he can't trade with the patrol. He wouldn't want to go to the chapel. So maybe he will forego that. He could go. The main issue right now with his choices are that both of these don't get him here. I suppose it's not. Yeah, no, both of these don't get him to here. What gets him here is heading through Borderlands 5. That's going to get him into here. Borderlands 2 gets him to the guard. That's this way. You can't quite see it. The guard's here. Borderlands 2 gets him to the guard, like that. So he's going to go 1, 2. You can't go into a cave, because if you go into a cave, you only get 2 moves the whole day. He has take cover, merchant, and plant flag. That's really it. All right, so what he's going to do is he's going to go hide, and then 1, 2. And he's going to try to save that. So he's going to hide twice, move, and move into the borderland. And, right? Yeah. So he'll start his next day here, right at the high pass. And he's going to book it to there. And I think that's going to work for him. So, done. Number 3, the White Knight. So the White Knight has his weapon, his good Morning Star. That Morning Star is a great weapon for him. And the reason it is because this side is one of the fastest heavy weapons in the game. With it, he can do tremendous damage at a time of 3, which is the best, pretty much the best attack in the game, minus a few weird exceptions. So I think he moves, and he's going to try to find spiders. So he's going to go 1, 2. And then I do think he will search. So he's going to hide once, move and move into the ruins, and he's going to search once. Move, move. Yep, hide once, move, move, and then search once here. Done. The witch. So the witch knows a troll can pop here. That's good. Now, that's a roar. So the first trolls that pop are not her trolls. If she's going to get a troll, she wants this one. This is slightly better. It is not the best summon absorb in the game, but it is second best, I believe, for the purposes of killing things. For the purposes of running away, this is the best. I mean, this has some bonuses. The giant bat there. But the witch also needs to get to her dig site. So I think she's gonna make her way to that dig site. She does not have the ability to take cover. I think she is going to hide. So the witch is gonna hide and move into the cave. And so that is, what is that? I really should think of these numbers beforehand, but I never do. Borderlands 6. She also has to pop all the Borderlands. So let's do, she's popped 1 already. And she's going to pop 6 today. So she's going to move, hide, and then move 6. She's going to be careful. Oh, and she could cast Torchbearer at night. And what I did not do this for her, and I need to do this now. So she is going to flip 2 of these, flip 1 of those. Yeah. I mean, she can flip 2. Well, I'm sure. She'll flip 2. So at night beforehand, and I allow myself this cheat because otherwise playing 4 characters, I wouldn't get anything done ever. Is if I think of something in the day and I want to revert back at night and go, oh, I should have cast that. As long as there's no monsters involved or anything. So she can create effectively a torch. That torch is going to give her an extra phase, which I'm going to use. So she is going to have cast Torchbearer last night. So she gets a torch chit. So she casts, she's going to do this and fatigue this. Yeah, this becomes a torch chit. She gets an extra phase in the caves. That would be today. So today she's going to have 3 phases, and that's going to take her to here. So she's going to hide and then move to 4. And that's going to take her through 6 and 4. So that'll be half of the Borderlands mapped. Now, as soon as she records a sunlight phase, so you have 4 phases, 2 of them are sunlight, 2 of them are in the dark. She gets an extra phase because of the torch. As soon as she records a sunlight phase, that torch goes away. She can use it up until then. So she could use it to search for this guy, and she might. So we'll see. So done. She's cast, and she records her phases. I think we are ready for day 2. So day 2, we'll move the marker. We're going to roll a monster roll for the second day. It's a 3 again, so it's goblins again. So, okay. I think the swordsman moves first. Knowing that the witch is going to be dinking around there, he wants to have the witch call the things off of him, I think. So he's going to hide twice and then move into the borderland. So the swordsman will go first. 2 hides. Oh, 6 is a fail. So that's 1 failure and a success. So hide, move into the borderlands. But nothing's going to appear, so he's fine. Next is going to be the knight. He's going to go here, right? I believe. And he's going to hide once, and he's going to... He succeeds in his hide. Now he's going to look to search, and he's looking for a 1, 2, or 3. And a 1, 2, or 3 is going to get him this path right here. He is peering. No, he fails. So he is done. Flips these over, and he gets the shrine in 4. So right there where the witch needs to go. And ruins. Oh, ruins. And that's going to draw the goblins. That is dangerous for our knight. Not that he can't kill them. And on this side, he auto-kills one. But they're a little dicey for him because he doesn't like fighting 6 guys. That's a lot of swinging he has to do. It's a lot of swinging. So he's done. He is stuck there. And done. The Amazon's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's going to have hidden. And she's hoping to hide because those ghosts are coming for her, and she does. And the ghosts do always prowl. And when they move, they also drag their captive with them. And so she, counting on that, gets her a fight at the end of the day. The cat is going to search for this. So cat needs to roll a 1, 2, or 3 to find that path. That's 1 roll. 2, 3. So the witch marks off 3, 6 deep woods. Deep woods, 3, 6. Done. So she marks that off, and the cat is done. The witch, with her torch, goes 1, 2. She will have hidden. Not knowing that no monsters were going to appear today, she fails and ends up unhidden, but nothing appears, and we are done with all of the characters today. The White Knight gets to choose what he's going to do. I think he's going to sit and he's going to have to get out of dodge. But this tile becomes very dangerous for him. He has take cover also. That's good. He'll need it. But he's not going to fight these guys. So done. The Amazon is going to fight the ghosts. So let's do this today. So we've got 2 ghosts. The Amazon is primed and ready with her short sword. She does. These guys are medium in size. She does medium damage. I think she's going to play the fight M3, hoping that these guys do not flip. She's going to attack this guy. This guy's not on her sheet. And now we roll to see what happens to that 1 ghost that's on her sheet. The 1 ghost goes down to the bottom. And then we roll 2 dice and see if the ghost flips over to its fast side. It does not. So we undercut the ghost. Our fight is faster than his move. That's an automatic hit. We do medium star damage and kill the ghost. So 1 ghost is dead. The other ghost is now unhidden. She has to fatigue, and she's going to fatigue that guy. The other ghost is now on her sheet. She'll pull, she'll do, she's going to put that, so she's going to play a fight M3 again. This is pretty easy. She doesn't have to play a move if she doesn't want to, but she's going to play a fight M4. If the ghost flips, he can't do any damage to her because light damage hitting armor does nothing. It's only medium or better damage that does anything to you if you hit an armored spot. On this side, the ghost can do heavy damage, but will die before he gets to her because her attacks can be faster than his defense. And if it's light, well, then she doesn't have to worry about it. So she's going to play this fight M3 to try to expedite this fight. She doesn't even have to do that. She could play. In fact, she's going to cheese it. She's going to play like this. She's going to play a light. So light star does medium damage because her short sword is sharp. It's a crappy weapon, but at least it's sharp. Again, he can't hurt her like this. Well, but he can hurt her like this. Oh, no, he can't. He can't hit her like this. So she's going to play once like this and sort of just slow play. She's going to take a breather, right? So let's see where the ghost ends up. She's looking for a 33% chance. So 4 means everything lines up. Does the ghost flip? I think he does. So he flips. So ghost goes first because he's faster. L2 is faster than L4. The ghost hits her helmet, does no damage, and then she kills it with her attack. Done. That is worth 2 points and 4 points. So 6 prowess total. We put that under the notoriety column. Oops, it's day 2, not day 1. 6 and 6 total. We make sure she gets her prowess up here. And done. Now, because she has done the rescue and she has killed the ghosts, she's going to actually score twice. Score 1 VP, and the captive becomes your follower. So everything's dead in the clearing. So she scores, and I'll put plus rescue, and she gets plus ghost hunt. So the captive becomes her follower, so she'll take him. She is happy to have a buddy. And she gets ghost hunt. What the chance she gets to the chapel is actually pretty low. So be it. But she will shrink this card down and put it here as a trophy in case she gets the option to use that. The ghosts go in the bucket, the dead bucket, and she has scored 2 points from cards, and so that gives her the early lead. On day 2, she has scored 2 points. And the Amazon is a reasonably good character, and I'll put it like that. If she can get to the chapel, she can turn that in. And then she gets to draw 2 cards to replace the ones that she succeeded at. And she gets Windfall and At a Dwelling and Learn a Spell. That is a little rough, but so end day at a dwelling and learn spell. So be it. That is her. And then this goes back and this goes back and done. So that is, I think that's the end of day 2. No one else is fighting. The witch still has her torch. She wants to get in there to that cave, and this rescue goes away. So we'll just put that right there. So it's going to be day 3 here. And so 1, 2, and then 3. She gets an extra move phase every day. I should mark that. I usually put an X in front of it. And she's going to do that. She's got to get in there. So 1, 2, 3. And she's going to end up in caves 1. So she's going to do hide and then extra move to caves 3. Right? Caves 1. Darn it. Never do that. I always screw that up. Okay. And that's it. That's her gig. So the second guy, the swordsman, is now moving. He's booking it. So he's going to go 1, 2, straight into high pass 3. So he's going to move and move into the high pass 3. Done. To get to his merchant. The white knight has a little bit of a dangerous situation. He has to move. Um, he either hides and searches 3 times, hoping to find this, or he just moves and he just gets out of dodge. Um, if he just moves, the only bad roll for him is a 3 on the monster roll, because that will drag the goblins and add more goblins on top. He will then have to use take cover, and he'll be stuck in the cave, only getting 2 phases on the next day, which sucks. The other option is to hide and search 3 times. The hide has a 70% chance of success, 30% chance of failure, in which case he'll be blocked, and he'll have to use effectively the take cover to then get the rest of his day. His goal is to get up into here. Spiders can appear here. He's looking to score 2 points from the bounty and Spider Slayer. He could also find the Lost Castle up here, which with the cash then would be in play. So it really comes down to a strategic use of this take cover. He either moves out to here, and that gives him effectively a 1 in 6 chance of having a bad effect happen. This here is about double the chance of a bad thing happening, and having to use his take cover card. This is the better. If he does succeed in the search, then he saved himself, I think, nearly what? He saved himself 2 days, pretty much. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the crappy thing with the take cover. So he's going to hide once, search, and search 3 times. Keep in mind, the knight gets an extra rest phase. Barely matters. And this is so done. And we are going to do that. The witch still has her torch. So she gets 3 phases in the dark here. And so the witch is going to hide. So she'll use her extra phase to hide, and then she will search twice. Done. Okay. And that's it. That is our day. It is day 3. Monster roll for day 3 looks like bats. Womp womp. Bats suck. I mean, the swordsman's going to go, right? He goes 1, 2. And he's using the fact that he has take cover, the card, to just go nuts. And so he does. It's dank, so that's serpents. That's good. And the horde in 6. This is of interest to the witch. Now, nothing appears here, so he lucks out. This is of interest to the witch because the horde has the singular best thing for the witch. That is the tremendous flying dragon done. So the swordsman is done, and now we have the Amazon, the witch, and the knight. So the Amazon goes here and hides. Let's roll her hide roll. She succeeds, so she is hidden. She flips these chits. It is bones and the altar in 1. Interesting. So not terrible. Nothing's going to attack her. So we have 2 treasure sites have appeared. 3 treasure sites have appeared early on, and that's good. That's good for our heroes. Amazon is done. The witch goes. The witch is going to go 1, 2. This thing will appear twice. Fail and fail. So done. And so the witch hides, and then she's going to use her other 2 phases to search. She does hide. Now she's going to search 2 times to try to find this path. She needs a 3, 2, or a 1. And she gets it. So the witch finds Borderlands 4, 5. Borderland 4, 5. Not enchanted, by the way. And she is done. And I don't think anything appears because it's a 6. So we're looking for only circles, orange circles. The knight is going to hide. He's got this. He's got this. That looks bad. The knight fails hiding. So he's going to get jumped. So he's going to use take cover right now. And he's going to use then search 3 times. Take cover is, and he does find this path. So he finds Ruins 1, 5. That is very fortunate. So that gamble, though not the best, does pay off a little bit because I find that this is one of the best paths to find, based on the map, of course. But this one is good to find. This one is good to find because these are the spots that sort of cut the map, as opposed to just like these ones in the deep woods are just, hey, you want to go a little faster. These ones are, hey, you can't get here without going a long way around, typically. There's really, I would argue, these 3 paths and passages. So Cliffs 6, 3, Ruins 1, 5, and Borderlands 4, 5 are the most important paths and passages in the game on the normal side. So nothing appears, and we are done. That was the day, actually. I don't think we have any monsters. Nothing appears. It's day 4. The Amazon is looking to move. She's going to move twice. So she's going to do a move, move, and hide. Or a hide, extra move, and move. And she's going to end up in 4, I believe. But I invariably got that wrong. No, I did not. I got it right. 4. The Swordsman is going to make 2 moves into the awful valley. Move, move into the valley. And since valleys never call creatures, he knows he's safe, so he can do the run. The White Knight. So the White Knight, first thing he's going to do is move out of into 5, and then move up into here, and then he's going to hide. So it's move, 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 and then hide. Move, move, move into the cliff, and then he's going to hide. And he is done. And the witch, I mean, wow. I mean, she is super close. So what does she get when she does the, I don't think the Borderland is that cool of a, she gets $10. I mean, that doesn't suck. Believe me, that is not a terrible reward. $10. She can go 1, 2, and she could just do 3 and get it today. She doesn't have to, though. It's not like getting it today is any better or worse than getting it tomorrow, as long as you get it within the 28-day, the month. So she either plays it safe and hides once and goes to here, or she doesn't play it safe. If she doesn't play it safe, she's gonna pull Smoke C. And I think, can she run from Smoke C? She can. So strangely enough, she might just go for it. And the reason she might go for it is because she knows 1, 2, 3. The only thing, if trolls come, they're going to come here, and she's not going to be there. If Smoke C comes, she knows the first Smoke C, and this is really how the game This is where you start getting into, once you understand the board and this chart of appearances, you can start making some decisions. I think she's not going to hide today. The only thing that can jump on her is something she can run from. That's this guy. So I think she goes move 6, 3, 2, and she will have cleared. So she's already cleared. She's already done 6 and 4, by the way. So she goes 5, 3 to 2. So move 5, move 3, move 2, and she will have explore borderland, theoretically. That is going to be her move today. So I think we have everyone's move today. The monster roll is a 2, serpents and demons. The swordsman's going to go 1, 2, and he is done. The witch is going to go. Her guy is going to go and peer 3 times to get the next. So that's a fail. He's looking for this one. 2 is a fail. 3 is a success. So she gets deep woods 1 to 4. Deep wood 1 to 4. All good. Next is her turn, and she goes 1, 2, 3. So she is done. And nothing appears. Serpents and demons. We're looking for triangles, effectively. We go 1, 2, 3. The white knight will hide. He succeeds and ends up there hidden. And we see Dank, that's spiders. And Slither 3 is going to actually draw a monster, which sort of sucks for the white knight. That is 2 serpents, not his favorite. They're a little quick for him, typically. But on this side, they are killable. So he can kill those serpents if he needs to do so. And Dank is spider, so he is very interested in this tile generally. The Amazon goes 1, 2. She will look to hide. She does. And the altar pops, which is the tremendous demon right there. That's going to make her life a little harder to get back out of here. And that's it. That's the day. It's day 5 now. I mean, the Amazon has to hide and move. So the Amazon's going to, she's going to hide. She's going to X move, and that's going to move to the Weapon Master. And then what does she do? She's got to quest, right? Yes. Quest and pay 5 darn bucks, which sort of sucks. So she's going to execute a quest phase. That should get her the way. Oh, wait, I got to make sure. So this does score the witch 2 points, and she gets 10 gold. And she learns all the paths on the borderland, which isn't huge, but she does get the enchanted path also. And she gets another card, which is sort of cool for her. And guide is find a path without having to roll for it. So that's cool. Witch gets 2. The witch is also winning gold because she has 20 gold now. So she has 20 gold. And that's going to put her in on the top in gold. You need to have more than 10, and then we start counting you. And so that gives her a total of 4 points. Technically, the Amazon is winning prowess, so I should give her the prowess that she is winning because that gives her 4 points. Now, those points will change. Everything but cards is going to fluctuate based on who has what. So the Amazon's going to go there, and she's going to be done. And she's going to get to the Weapon Master and quest, and that's going to spend her money, and then she will get her stuff going there. So, the Swordsman, he is going to move to the guard. He's going to execute his trade phase. I mean, he'll execute 2 trade phases, and then he will move back into the valley. And then he'll be done. Now, they're going to buy that for $12. That's a given. Then he just wants to see what they have, and maybe they have something that he wants. Probably not, but maybe they do. Done. Then he'll go to the flaggy part. The knight. So the knight has sort of an interesting quandary here. I think the knight is going to... He's going to move to 6, I believe. He's going to hide, and he's going to search. And he is done. The witch, she needs to find the next thing that her dude's going to appear. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then peer. And he's done. And she is going to... So she's done the borderland. What can she do now? What is her next goal? Her next goal is to get to her dig site. Her torch is gone if she can record a daylight phase. That is wounded, because I think that becomes wounded, right? Yes, it reverts and it wounds. So she is done there. So to get to her dig site and to the chapel and possibly to the monastery, so she has to go 1, 2. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, like back this way. And so on. So I think what she does is, if she moves up there to the Curse Valley and then rests 3 times, she should get her stuff back. So she's going to move to the valley, and then she's going to rest, and rest. And that's going to pull these 2 chips back, 1, 2, and 3. And that will get her back. So then the thing about, mages in general in Magic Realm is you are largely sort of making that decision of, I want to do this thing today. How many phases am I going to have to spend later to get back to where I need to be? And in this case, it's going to be 3 phases to get her stuff back. Then she moves back down here, probably casts that knight, and that gives her the ability to move and move, or move. That gives her the ability to either go here if she wants to. Now, no one can get the dig site but her. She might rush the monastery just to be the first one to get to the monastery. The monastery does sell services, but they're not super exciting. She's not going to learn any type 1 spells. For 1 gold, you may rest here, taking an extra rest phase per day until you are healed, or leave. That's great. But she won't need rest phases at this point. It's largely just the 1 point she gets for being the first to the monastery. She might take that point. Nonetheless, we have her day 5. We have everyone's day 5. We do. So that's it. That's day 5. We move the marker, which we did. We roll this nasty die here. It's a 6, so bats are going to show. The swordsman will go first, just because he can. He goes in here. He's going to trade 1 time to sell his item. So he's going to sell this item to the guard. The guard is neutral with him. So when we sell under this variant, you do have to roll. You normally don't have to roll to sell, but you have to roll and only block or battle. Yeah, so he's good. So he can sell. He sells this for 12. So he gets 12. Done. He succeeds at merchant. That's going to score him his first victory point. So he is done. And the gripping dust goes to the guard. The guard. Done. Okay. So that's his first thing. His second thing is he wants to. We'll grab a quest there. He's going to trade again with them to see what they have. Oh, the Flowers of Rest. Now, he does love the Quick Boots. Quick Boots, good. He will roll on the Quick Boots. Now, he's just neutral with them, but he does have 16 bucks, and he does roll a single die when trading. Let's hope for a 2. Price times 3. So he could buy those for 24 bucks. He's never going to get that 24 bucks at this point. He leaves them alone. He is done. He does not have any fatigue because the Flowers of Rest would knock him unconscious if he did. 1 point for the Swordsman. 1 point for gold because he now scores 16 gold. Everybody else has 10 gold. I will save that. Done. But that gives him 2 points. So he's scored. He's on the board now. He trades, but he moves out. He didn't want anybody else to come in there. He didn't want, so he is done. What is his quest? It is treasure cache. So he has a cache at the city, the lost city. If he can find the lost city, he could get a treasure there. Done. So the Swordsman is done, and now we go, and the rest of the guys. So we got the White Knight. So the Knight's going to move there. He's going to hide once. And we're hoping for not a 6. We don't get a 6, so he is hidden. And then he searches one time. Rolling a 3, 2, or 1 will find him. No, he doesn't find this path, and he is done. But nothing appears because it's only bats, and bats are orange circles. Amazon. Amazon's going to hide. She does. She's going to move, which she did. She's going to pull a quest phase. Quest phase causes her to spend 5 gold. So she's going to go and spend 5. Quest phase is going to get her Weapon Master. So she does score Weapon Master. It's her 3rd card. And now she gets to pick a chit, which is pretty exciting. If I have a chit, that would be great. Does anyone have an M3 single star chit? That is the question. Everybody has an M3 double star. Does anyone have an M3 single star? Can I search through these? I can't search through these. That sucks a little bit. Who would have an M3 1 star? Maybe the Black Knight? I don't feel that's true. Let's pull the Black Knight down here real quick. Nope, M3 double star. What about the Wizard? I know that's a weird one. M3 single star, done. That was what I was looking for. So she gets an extra chit. So she literally has this guy right there to add to all the other things that she has. Now, this is a big deal for her. It really is. In fact, now it doesn't make her more powerful in the sense that she's going to go kill harder things. Like, she's not going to kill anything bigger. She can't generate the force to kill tremendous creatures or even heavy armored creatures, frankly. Um, she needs a better weapon for that. What this does do, though, is it gives her a lot of leeway in combat. First thing is, a lot of things now that were dicey with this M4, or if she had to fatigue, she can now play this M3 and fight them forever with impunity. It makes these two chits sort of redundant, which is super good because that's 4 asterisks that she has now, which are free to be wounded, are fatigued with impunity because she has this really, really fast, this primo medium chit. So that's a big deal for her. She's going to get a quest card also and flip it. And it is Curse Breaker. This is a shitty card. No one wants this card. You have to get cursed and then break it. On any, I mean, either, well, you don't have to get cursed. You have to break a curse on a character. Yeah, no. Anyway, it is time to move on. This guy is going to, he has 1 search because he had to move down there. He fails. And now the witch is going to go and she moves up here. And then she is going to go and she's going to rest 3 times, pulling back those chits. And she is done. I think that's everybody. I think we're good. I think day 5 is done. We can pull this because it's no longer a thing. The Amazon can now make a decision to go play with the Hermit here. And the Hermit's not going to do anything magic for her, but he will get her a victory point if she discovers him. Because he's living alone, hidden, right? So if she discovers him, that's a victory point. She has 5. She is well in the lead. The witch is close behind with 4. The swordsman has 2, actually, and that's sort of cool. Amazon has 5 gold now. The only problem is going to be this damn demon. So the demon is tremendous and not armored. She cannot kill the demon. She's got to get through this space again. Can she run from the demon? I think she can. Yeah, so this could just be a long... She could literally get stuck up here for a week or 2 and be screwed. So that is a good question. Okay. It is day 6 for everybody. What the hell are we doing on day 6? So here's as much as I would love to score a point and get to 6 points in the first week, because that's a bitchin' first week. That is a really hardcore first week. The problem is you're gonna have to search to find that passage because it's not a path, it's a hidden passage. So this has to be searched. She cannot use her extra move. She only gets 2 phases in the dark. So she would be searching 2 phases, trying to roll a 3, 2, or 1. A 3, 2, or 1 is about a 25% chance. So though it's close to a 50% chance to get it, certainly no guarantee. And she could go 2 or 3 days without getting me. Not great. I think she wants to try to get out of Dodge as soon as possible. So I think she's gonna Hide, move to 6. Hide, extra move, and then move to 6. And she's going to get out of dodge. She's not going to bother with the Hermit. The Hermit can do his thing. The Swordsman, I think the Swordsman now is in a position to try to get to his flag. Where, you ask? How is he going to do that? I don't freaking know. He needs to go. He needs to get to Borderlands 5 to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and he can go up and do that. He also needs to find the Lost City. It's not unlikely that it's here, actually, because I think we've turned over every other cave in the game. So this is worth 2 points to him. This one and Lost City here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to make a run to Nutwoods 4. So move. Nutwoods 4. Done. So he's bolting to Nutwoods 4. Not a sentence you're going to hear too often. So character 3, the White Knight. I think the White Knight hides and searches 3 times, trying to find that passage. Done. And then the Witch. So this guy's gonna peer 4 times to find this. The Witch is going to. So she has rested. She is going to move, hide. So she's gonna hide, move to Borderlands 3. She's going to cast Torch Bearer, and we will mark that like that so I remember. Done. And I think we're ready. So it's day 6, right? Is it day 6? We have day 6 written. Yep. Let's 4. Ooh, giants and trolls appear. So that's going to be different. The Swordsman, going to run. 1, 2, 3, 4. He knows what's here or what's not here. It's ruins. That would actually draw, what, ogres? No, that would draw wolves on a 3, but there's no 3. So he goes here. He is done. Now we go 1, 2, and 3. We're going to hide. We do hide. So search 3 times. We'd have rolled that for our search. That'd be great. We do. So he locates his passage. That is 6-3. 6-3 cliff. Done. He is done. I don't think anything appears. Nope. We're looking for a gray. What, boxes? No, not boxes. They are, what is that shape? Hexagons. Amazon hides, move. This is actually the worst possible roll for her today. Is she hidden or not? She is not hidden. That screws her. Bones calls these 2 trolls. Grr, trolls come. These are heavy and armored. She cannot deal enough damage to kill those guys. So she is going to have to flee. She can, and that's good. The Witch. So her guy peers 4 times. 1, 2, nope, 3 is going to find it. 3 does find it. So that's ledges 4, 6. And she is going to go 1, 2, and she's going to hide. And she does. But Roar is going to cause this guy to appear. Now, that is also interesting to her. Because that ain't bad. That guy's not terrible. Main problem with the Tremendous Troll is he only does heavy damage. So the Tremendous Troll, the things that you want him to kill, tremendous things, he can't kill in 1 hit. it's going to take 2 hits because he's going to hit, he's going to flip, then he's going to auto kill it probably here. So that's 2 rounds. Now, in the meantime, if you're fighting, say, a tremendous something or another, that thing gets 2 shots at you, and you're tremendous, so you're not necessarily that easy to kill. But some of these things do tremendous damage, like the giant, and they can hit you. So it just becomes and smaller things tend to just evade you and avoid you because your attack time is slow. So I consider this sort of the second tier absorb. She could go and absorb that. It is super tanky, and against like a bunch of goblins, she can just pop that and then walk with impunity through lots of things. But against all the shit that's tremendous, that you would love to be killing, she has a harder time because this thing only does heavy damage on this side and has to flip to this side to get the auto kill. So be it. I mean, so that's the way it goes. We don't have any fights necessarily. So the Amazon is going to have to play an M3 to run from the trolls, and that puts her here. And that is probably the worst possible thing that could happen because now she's going to be stuck trying to get through here. So we'll see. We'll see if she can work her way out of there. The knight was really looking for spiders. He really wanted to see a spider appear because that would have been ideal for him. Oh, right. The knight used his take cover card, so I'm actually behind. He actually had to burn his take cover. So that's my fault. I did not discard that card. So let me do that, and the knight's going to get a windfall instead. So instead of take cover, he gets windfall. And that's interesting for him. If he ends his day in a dwelling, he gets $5. Now, not great because he's sort of away from his dwelling. So the knight needs to score. He needs to score prowess. He should easily, because he should be easily scoring 2 points, right? Of prowess. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to. Now, these serpents aren't great. They can't damage his armor, but they can damage him. They're only heavy and armored. He could score 12 points of prowess. So what the knight is going to do today. Oof, okay. It's also day 7, so we need to keep that in mind. Okay. Let's write our day 7. Day 7s are quote unquote dangerous day 7s, and we call them dangerous because we roll 2 dice, and both of those dice then appear. So let's do the Amazon first. The Amazon has to move. She'll use her extra move to move out. Then she is going to. Then she's going to hide. And hide again. Because she sort of needs. Well, yeah. Done. She's going to do 2 hides. She doesn't want to get here. Like a lot of bad stuff could happen. Ideally, she wants to be hidden. The Swordsman can't touch that troll. But he can certainly go 1, 2, and be done. So he's going to go to Borderlands 3. He's going to hide, move, Borderlands 3, done. The White Knight is going to hide and move down into to the snakes. Like that. And the witch, her dude found this. So he's going to move to here. And he's going to do 3 piers. And the witch is going to... Oh, and she casts Torch, by the way. She's going to take this and this. She's going to go 1, 2. She's going to hide and go 1, 2. Into the troll. And then she'll make a decision there. So done. Okay, day 7 is ready. We have white magic in every clearing, and black, by the way. And we roll 2 dice for monsters, and it is 6s and 2s. So we get demons and bats. Not great. I think the swordsman goes, knowing what he knows, he'll go first and just go 1, 2. He is hidden twice. And he is hid. Done. White Knight is going to hide a bunch of times. He does. Ends up there. Now the main problem is we got serpents. So that guy's going to show up too. And that makes this a different beast. This fight now becomes really crappy. But he can kill that guy in the first round. But we'll see. So he's doing that. And he is done. This guy moves once. He's going to pier 3 times. And he does, and he finds this thing 1 to 3. So she gets ledges 1, 3. So she's found all the paths and passages with the cat. She's going to hide with her torch and go 1, 2. And she does. No serpents appear. No bats appear. She's good. Finally, she moves away. She's going to hide 2 times. And she does. But this guy moves on top of her. And so now we have, again, some clunky stuff going on here. We'll figure this out in a minute. So we have some combat-y decisions to be made. Let's make those decisions. The White Knight could kill that serpent. Then he's going to have to face the other 2 serpents. I say he's going to do the fight. So round 1, we got these guys. We're going to pull him. Now, no one's on our sheet. We are hidden. So we're going to alert as our action. We're going to play this T5 Tremendous. Yeah, this guy's going to get hit no matter what side he's on. So this guy's going to get auto-killed. And we play no move. So where does this dude end up? He ends up down 1. He doesn't flip because he's a tremendous monster. We do tremendous damage at a time 3. That undercuts the serpent, and the serpent is dead. But we become unhidden, and this unalerts. That is part of the issue we have. Now we have these 2 serpents on us. We only have to do heavy damage at a time 6. That's crappy, but that's sort of where we're at. We will play a move here, and we're going to target. We'll shrink that down. We'll target that first guy there. Done. So we got 2 serpents on us. We're going to start fatiguing here, and that's where this battle gets crappy for the White Knight, just because of of just because he's slow. He jumps out, smashes the first serpent on the head. Serpent is dead. Now these two are very angry and they hiss at him because he killed their mom effectively. So let's roll to see where these guys appear. We're actually sort of hoping that they line up so he can crush this one and have only one to fight. So we're looking for a 1 or a 4 typically. Oh, it's a 6. That ain't no good. So he goes down and he goes up. That's going to suck because he's still going to get hit. Does the first serpent flip? No. Does the second serpent flip? Yes. That at least is okay. So this serpent comes and hits him. Bam. It does medium damage. It does not hurt the armor, but it will wound the knight. The knight is going to take... this fight H5 and wounded. The knight misses because he's aiming at this guy, and this guy misses. So that's that round. The weapon, though, becomes alerted, which is good. And the knight has to fatigue a move, and he's going to fatigue this move. Done. Next round. So I think for this round, the knight's going to play like this again, I think. He hopes to hit, sure, this guy. And we're going to cover just like this, but we're going to attack at time 3 now. So this guy's going to get auto hit unless he flips over. And we're hoping that this guy just ends up down here or something and misses us. So we're going to fatigue again. So let's roll and see where the serpents end up. They end up 3. That ain't great because they flip. So this guy's going to hit him anyway. Does the first serpent flip? He does. That sucks again. Does the second serpent flip? He does. Oh my god. So this is literally the worst possible thing that could happen for the knight. The knight's going to take 2 hits. This one is first. It's going to wound him. This guy's going to hit, damage the armor, and wound him. And he still has to fatigue a move. And I think we're doing this again. One more round of this. But boy, we're getting hammered. Next round. 3. They switch again. Could possibly we get the crappiest possible combo. That's not a flip. That is also not a flip. So, okay, so this goes slightly differently. What happens is his attack goes first at a time 3, hits this guy and kills it. So at least we got the second kill. This weapon goes unalerted. This guy goes and slams him. So he's going to take another wound. So we are going to wound this chip. And we have to fatigue. So we're going to fatigue this move, pull this move back. Oh, that wasn't... Oh, geez. Okay, these aren't wounded. These are fatigued. Different beasts there. The fights are all wounded. These were all fatigued. That's my fault. So, okay. So that's where we're at. What are we going to play? So we don't really have a good recourse now. We've sort of... I think we're going to have to do this, and we're hoping for this guy to flip or line up again, because otherwise he's just going to hit us every damn time. Now, I got really unlucky because what happened was this guy kept coming up to the top and hitting me anyway. So let's see what happens this round. 1. So everybody's going to line up. I'm hoping this guy doesn't flip, and he doesn't. So he's going to pound me one more time. Not kill the armor, which is nice. I'm going to have to wound again, so I do. I'm not going to have to fatigue this round. And I kill this guy at the very end of that round. So done. Now, here's the nice thing. There's white magic in every clearing. So I am going to cast on day 7, Make Whole. All fatigued and wounded chits are instantly healed. All damaged armor is repaired. Bam. So everything's going to come back. So that is sort of his gig, right? You can go all out. Day 7, sort of this weird big deal where you can go all out. And instead, he fatigues this chit. And everything comes back. And he has scored 7 plus 8 plus 12. So that's 27 prowess. So the White Knight gets a score of 27 prowess. That's going to put him in the lead in prowess. It's going to knock the Amazon down a little bit and make the scores 4-2 to 2. The serpents are all dead. The knight is all good. The Amazon is going to stay here and not fight. The witch has to decide whether she's absorbing this troll or not. This is not a good, like the troll is not a good fight for the witch in terms of if she wants to go and snatch the horde. But maybe she has remedy just for this purpose. Maybe this is a good use of... So I think she does. I think she fights the troll. So she's going to, so she out of ambush, right? She's going to cast black magic, pop the troll, and now she has the troll absorbed. Boom. She has absorbed the tremendous troll. She is done. And then the Amazon is done. So, okay. Let's do a quick check real fast here to make sure. The Amazon has 5 gold, 6 prowess. She has 3 points in cards. That gives her a total score of 4. For all these categories here, to the right of, see these guys right here? You get 2 if you're in first place, 1 if you're in second place, done. So the Amazon's in second place in prowess. So she gets 1 point for prowess. The Swordsman, 16 gold gives him a point. He scored a card. That's 2 points. He is done. Or pointing gold, right? He's pointing gold, pointing cards. The White Knight has 2 points in prowess because he just scored 27 prowess with that battle with the serpents. That was a great day 7 for him. Very clever. And yeah, if you're the knight, you're going to go into a dicey combat, that you can win, which, he can win that. What to do? Do it on day 7. Now, the problem is that day is not going to come again. Like, he doesn't get that the whole month. He gets nothing. So that sucks a little bit. But, oh well. But he made hay. He did what he needed to do to score. And the White Knight has 4 gold left. And I'll make sure that I put that down. Now he needs to go and find some credit and some treasures, I think. Finally is the witch. The witch has 20 gold, so she wins gold. She has 2 points in cards. That gives her 4 points. Her final score at the end of week 1 is 4-2 to 2. That was good. That was pretty eventful week. Everybody got on the board. The witch used her spells really well to navigate this borderland in sort of a good time. Since a lot of caves typically mean you waste a lot of days, but her torch spell came through and she did not waste a ton of days. The Amazon is in a little bit of a dicey spot here because she is now stuck. She has to make a hide roll to get out of here. She has to. The swordsman has a long haul to sort of, wend his way around, but I think he'll make that happen here in probably by the end of week 2 is the goal. And now the witch, if she just has black magic, she becomes a hard to kill, if not impossible to kill machine. So there's a lot of things she can now deal with. The goblins, for instance, she can just charge in there, and she's not going to kill a bunch because they're too fast for her, but she's also not going to be killed by those axe goblins. So, and that is interesting. And she does have, but I think if she goes to the horde, one of the first things she'll do is release that troll to hopefully get this guy, the tremendous flying dragon. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So that's it. That's our first week. Thank you very much. We're going to call it here, and I will talk to you all later on. So have a good Saturday night, everybody.